equipping people with its own experience. Over to you, Apurva.
Yeah, I am able to. Everybody is able to see my screen.
Yes, Apurva, we can see you.
1 second. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Namaskar, Pune. I hope everyone is in the home. So today's topic it's all about Kubernetes. We had like session with the Sagar and Prajakta with the information about the Kubernetes. But now comes to the part like where various meetups. I talk about like Docker and Kubernetes, and a lot of people's like they're asking me the question like how we can start with the Kubernetes and what is the various way where we can start our journey and what are the various way where we can start the learning of the Kubernetes. So people in the background, like coming from the non-Linux background or something like that, they are facing issues like how we can do start like learning the Kubernetes. So some people might find like we have done with the Docker part and how we can start with the Kubernetes. So let's just start with it. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, so thanks, Chinmay. Chinmay already introduced me. This is about myself. I work as a SR at VuClip. I speak at various meetups, like mostly on the Docker and Kubernetes. Let's start. So I'm just sharing my screen. 1 second. Yeah, so everybody is able to see my screen like this Kubernetes production container orchestration.
I think there is a bit lag into the screen sharing and the one which we see on the YouTube live sessions. So on Zoom, I can see your latest screen, but on YouTube there is a bit of lag. Now I can see that Kubernetes page.
Yeah. So this is the basic page of Kubernetes where we can start with the journey, like how we can orchestrate the containers and how we can like, first of all, like we are migrating the application from the monolithic to the containerized one. And after containerizing one, the big issue is like how we can orchestrate them. So we have learned like Docker and like open source containerized tool where we can do the monolithic application, which was converted into the containerized one. And now if we have like planning to bifurcate this application into the microservices part, so anyone like need to think like how we can go with this approach. So if you want to orchestrate your containerized application, then definitely we have like one of the most famous and open source project like called as Kubernetes. uh, about the Kubernetes, I would like to say it's an open source project and it was born in like 2014. It is mainly based out of the Google, and it's using more than a decade in the Google, and it's a foolproof based plan for the container orchestration. So let's just check with this Kubernetes website. So here, if you go with the Kubernetes website, you can go multiple things. You can find it out like what are the features of the Kubernetes and what are the things that we can do with the Kubernetes rather than going with the other orchestration tool. So one of the favorite and most favorite tool Kubernetes. Why it is like most favorite? So like we can do it in the on-premises servers also, and we can do it in our cloud services also. So in case of cloud technologies, we definitely want to say it's a cloud native application, because if you go with the multiple clouds like AWS, GCP, Azure, or IBM, or any kind of cloud, you can see like we have like managed service of Kubernetes, where we do not want to manage the Kubernetes master, we'll get the Kubernetes worker and where we can orchestrate our application. So multiple things will get into the cloud technologies like scaling of the pods and scaling of the nodes that we will get from the cloud provider. So I will not much talk about the basic content of the Kubernetes. So let's start with how we can start our journey with the Kubernetes. So people who has come from the different background, like they are coming from the non-Linux background or something, come from the non-Linux background, and they want to start with the journey and they want to do the certification kind of stuffs. But there is no worry about, like, if you do not know about the Linux or something, command line interface or some commands which is related to the Linux, then don't worry about that. We'll try to solve all the problems. Just we'll go one by one. So CNCF. So it's a cloud, Kubernetes is a CNCF graduated project. If you go with the cncf.io, you can check it out. Here, number of contributors are there, number of open source projects are there. Here are the some maintainers and ambassadors of the open source project. So you can just go and check it out what is CNCF and how we can do. So about these things, like here are number of communities and companies who are right now currently working with the Kubernetes. So yeah, we'll go to the most of the people wanted to do their certifications in CK or CKAD, like Kubernetes is a certified administrator and certified Kubernetes application developer. So there are two tracks like people want to do. So I will just talk about from the basic itself. So if I want to start with the CK or CKAD, so how I can start with the journey. So first of all, whenever anyone wants to start their journey with the Kubernetes, I will must say that you have to go with the CNCF website and just do check out what are the free resources is available on the internet. So first of all, I will try to, and this is a disclaimer from my side. This is overall my experience, and I am not suggesting you to go with this, or I am not enforcing anybody to go with this URS only. These are the multiple ways where you can learn the Kubernetes, or you can enroll yourself with the Kubernetes. There are some free resources. There are some paid resources. That depends on the anyone's use cases and how they are going to use in their life. So I will not recommend or anyone force to go with this and purchase those things. So people, we have like open source resources, we have like paid resources too. So we'll just start with this training session, introduction to the Kubernetes. This is the most famous book, I would like to say, where we can go and check it out. So I would like to share these things, like if you go to the edx.com/courses, you will find the introduction to the Kubernetes. And if you just go and if you start like enroll yourself, so we'll get this book. So I will definitely recommend each and every one. This is the free resources where you can start your journey to start reading this kind of book. This is just brief knowledge about the Kubernetes, where basic things like what is pod, what is master node, what is control plane, what are the things are there in the Kubernetes, not into the actual kind of environment, but this is just like a basic course where you can start with your journey. And I must say that everyone should start and go this book. This is free of cost. You can enroll anytime. If you go with this, 1 second, I will check. I'll show with my account.
So Apurva, can you hold on for a few seconds, because there is a bit of lag on YouTube live sessions.
Okay.
So
is there any problem with my audio? Or
no, audio is clear. It's
okay. I need to go a bit slow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just talking about this book, LFS 158X. So here I have already completed this book. So if you go with the topics, then you can check it out, like what are the various ways and what is the a single node, multi-node cluster, how you can start with your journey. Like you can go with the kind. If you are using Linux, then you can go with the kind or Minikube. Or if you are using the Windows based platform, you can go with the Docker desktop, where you can enable the Kubernetes plugin and you can start your journey. Like this is the basic funda, and how we can go with like what are the various ways to implement the secrets, config map, what is the difference between secret and config maps, like how we can do like orchestrating of the container. So this is, I would like to suggest you, like you can go with this document first, where you can go, you can come to know is what are the basic things are there in the Kubernetes. So after the checking of these things, so next I would like to suggest you 1 second. Yeah, after this book you can just like there are multiple books which is available on the like in purchase, like mastering Kubernetes, or maybe this is the most famous, like Kubernetes in action. And if you want to go and check with the free resources, this is the Kubernetes up and running. Like this book is available from Microsoft Azure. You have to just go with the your ID. You can log in with the GitHub account or anything where you can. These books really helps you. Instead of going purchasing the these books, you can go with Kubernetes up and running. This is very good book, and you can start your journey while reading this book. So after you can complete with the Kubernetes up and running. So we'll first start with the hands-on session, like most famous hands-on tool which people used to do in every day of their life. If you do not have any subscription, or if you do not have Linux, then this is the most famous platform where you can start your journey, like katacoda.com. So here are multiple hands-on sessions are available, where you can go and check with the how you can start. If you just like if I click on one of the session, like launch single node cluster.
Apurva, sorry to interrupt you. I may ask you to pause a bit again. So on YouTube live sessions, we haven't reached this page yet.
This page is not there.
So it's a bit of lag. So I'll let you know once we reach there. Then you can go ahead. So
okay.
So till then we can answer one question by Vinayak Patil. So he's asking, K-ATS features are restricted on Katacoda?
What is that?
Any K-ATS features are restricted on Katacoda?
No, it's an open source, and you can start using this. If you feel like if you have some restriction on Katacoda, you can just go with another website, like play with KTS.com. It is same like your play with Docker website. You can just log in with your Docker account, and you can start with your own journey. So here you will get this. 1 second.
So if parallelly possible, you can answer one more question from Preeti Sharma. She's asking, what would be the platform for Windows user for going with Kubernetes apart from VirtualBox?
So you can just use the Docker desktop, where you can start installing Docker desktop, and after that you can start the CLI things. You can use Octeto platform as well. And if you want to start with the free platform, then you have like labs, like same thing. So play with KTS.com, or you may go with the Katacoda. Also, if you have the like QuickLabs subscription, but it's a paid one, or you may have subscription points with you, you can just go with the QuickLabs.com. So we'll get the multiple sessions same as like Katacoda.com. So here, if you go with the katacoda.com, so here are simple. You no need to paste the command also. You can click on the commands, and it will appear on the screen, and one by one you can start the session, and you are able to learn these things. So after completing like Katacoda, there are multiple websites like Kubernetes. By example, here are multiple basic things like what is pod and what is labels, deployments. If you click on some of the things like what is deployment, here are some commands. They are given for a simple purpose that there you can go and try it out by yourself. So this is like if you go and start with the EDX document first, then you are come to know like what is kubectl and all those things. So this is also one of the free resources, and if you go and check it out, like learns Kubernetes by example.com, then you are able to see these things. So this is like only text part. This open source, there is no need of any costing. Then another part is like learnkts.io. Here you can just you can see like some of the paid things are there where you can start your journey. It's around 890 or something like that, or wherever there are multiple tracks like architecture, then networking, then advanced networking. This is just based on, you can check it out on the downside, like if you can take the demo sessions also. Like this is on everyone's decision whether you want to go with the paid one or the open source. Then come to the Kubernetes part. If you go with the kubernetes.io docs tutorials / Kubernetes basics, so here you can start with the Kubernetes system. So here are some basics way where you can start creating of the cluster, deployment of the app, or anything you would like to, like 6 steps are there. There are multiple labs. So if I click on this deploy an application, so you are able to see the explanation of the all those things, and here you will get some start interactive tutorials. If you click on this, it will point to the again Katacoda session, and here are some, they have set some labs, and you can just start one by one scenario. So here again the same way where you can go with the Katacoda, the same way here it will work. But this is all recommended, or which is available in kubernetes.io. This is from the Kubernetes community itself. One second. So after this, sorry to interrupt, my laptop got hanged. One second. One second. Sorry to interrupt you. One second, I'm just pause my sharing.
It's okay, Atul. No issues.
So any question?
Yeah, I was about to go that. So Vinayak has asked a question. Please explain difference between a CK and CKAD, and how to decide which one is more appropriate for anyone. How you compare CKA and CKAD in terms of difficulty?
Yeah, I'm just trying to go with this. Just let me. Yeah.
So it's okay.
So yeah, I will just cover those part. Now about the exam point of view, CK and CKD. So both exams are like if you go on if you go with the CK part, so it will be like $300, and if you go on to go with the CKD part, so it will be like again $300. So if you go and check it out like linuxfoundation.com, you will get now 30% off. Like they are giving the 30% off like in the COVID section. and you will get the discount on the section. So let's talk about CK and CKD. So CKAD is like more like into the development developer perspective, where you can go and play with your application background. So if you are a developer, then you can definitely you have to go with the CKD kind of stuffs. And if you are if you are from the 1 second, if you are from the if you want to just
Apurva, wait, I think your screen sharing just got lost.
yeah, I'm just trying to open it once again. So if you want to go with the administrator part where you want to manage the cluster, then you can definitely go with the CK part. So what all are different?
Apurva, we are yet not able to see your screen.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing my browser. Just
okay, no issues. Just let me know once we are done with the sharing, so can check. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead by that time.
Yeah. So 1 second, I'm just refreshing my browser. Just give me a minute. So about the CK and CKD. So most of the time, like if you want to do like whether way I want to go with the secrets or whether I want to go with the config map and how my application, what will be about my structures, then definitely you have to go with the CKD. And if you want to manage the cluster, like from the administrator part of view, like if you want to manage the worker nodes, if you want to manage the if you want to manage the master node or control plane where we have like etcd and control scheduler and manager, then you have to go with the CKA part. So but basically I will like my opinion is like if you want to go with the CK, if you are using daily, if you are using the Kubernetes in daily work, then definitely you can try it out both the courses, because like in CK they are covering the administrative part, and CKD they are going to covering the developer side. It is not mandatory like in if you are go with the CKD, then you must know about the programming language and all those stuffs. I'm just sharing my screen once again. Yeah.
Yeah, Purva, we can see you.
Yeah.
We can see you. Just give 2 3 seconds so that that lag is.
Yeah. So if you go with the cncf.io.certification training, then you can just go and check it out over here. How many times you can spend it out on any courses, like what are the CKAD and CK exam. So about the CKAD exam, you will get the 19th question. And about the CK, you will get the 24 question. For CKAD, you will get 19 question. For that, you have like 2 hours of time. For CKA, you will get 24 question. For that, you will get the 3 hours of time. So if you go with the documentation, you will find it out like what are the basic things you should know about it. But don't worry about that. Here they have mentioned like some kind of background with the developer side. But I don't feel so like you have to be like background from the development point of view. So again, 1 second. Yeah. So if you go with the linuxfoundation.org, like in certification section, you can find it out like certified Kubernetes application developer. So if you check with this, 1 second, so you can find it out on the top that you will get the 30%, like you can use like anywhere 30 this coupon code, and you will get the 30% off on your certification. So if you can go with this and you can go with the registration, just have a look on this. Like here, the certification is valid for the 3 years duration. Duration of the exam is 2 hours. So here you go. So if you check with the syllabus, then you can go, you can check it out, like what are the things covering in the CKAD exam, and what are the things you can check it out on the CK link. You can just check it out what are the things in the CKA exam. So here in CKD, like configuration part and more into the Kubernetes component like multi-pod, multi-container pod and pod design and rollout and rolling updates and stateful applications, and not much more into the administrator part. Like if you go with the CK exam, certification catalog. CK kind of stuff, then this is mainly for administrator point of view. So we will get the 3 hours of session, 3-year validity and all those things. So if you go and check with the application lifecycle management, so this is more related to the administrator part. You can cover up the networking, then security point of view, then scheduling of the pod, then cluster maintenance. So you will come to know like this is more perspective in terms of administrator and not into the application level. So these are some basic difference between CKA and CKAD. So next thing, how I can start and how I will start the preparation of the Kubernetes. One second. Before that, if you check with this website, then you are come to know what are the latest releases. So if you check with this, then current stable release is version 1.18. So before that 1.17, all those things. So now current release version is API version is 1.18. So we'll go one by one, like how I can prepare with the CKD kind of stuffs. So first of all, I'll go with the CKD. So if you go with this URL, I think moderators are going to paste this URL into the chat box. So this is all my opinion where I have prepared for the exam, and you can just check it out. So again, before moving ahead to these things, I would like to tell you that it is not like MCQ kind of stuffs. It's totally based out of CLI steps, so where you will get the terminal and you have to do the sessions. So more you practice, more chances of clearing of the exam. So again, I have missed those things. If you take this exam, then you will get the once you enroll with the exam, you will get the 12 months of eligibility. And one more good thing is you will get the free one attempts. So if you failed in the first attempt, you will get one more attempt to clear the exam. But don't worry if you have the hands-on experience with the CLI and practices with the Kubernetes this environment, then definitely will clear the exams in a session. So when I was going through like CKAD and CKA exam, so I feel like CKAD is more tough than CKA. Because in CKD you will get the 19 question and it's totally based out of application deployment, and like you will get the scenarios where you want to do those scenarios into the cluster. So while going to the exam, I will definitely recommend you to do practice more. Then only you are able to clear the exam. There is no like dumps are available on the internet. If you go and check with the internet and if you try to find it out the dumps, or anyone can like anyone want to check it out the dumps, just don't go with the dumps, because every time you are able to find the new question and new patterns of the questions. So because I have also tried those things, but it will not work in your exam, because it's not kind of like MCQs. It's totally based out of CLI only. So we'll just go and check it out. What are the various way where we can go and check it out the CLI things. So here is some free resources, like if you go with the GitHub repository of this, then here is some exercises, like this is CKD exercises. So here are some content, like this is as per this content only, and they have contributed. If you check with the stars, it's more than 2.4K. So you can think, and I must say that each and every scenario you have to just go and try. So if I click on the multi-container pod, which is of 10%, So you can check it out, like what are the various way I can deploy the pods and all those things. So if you have to, if you are going for the exam, make sure that you have hands-on with your imperative commands like kubectl run and kubectl generator commands. You have to be with your in your hand. So if you just check with this GitHub repository, you are able to find it out multiple scenarios, which is based out of your exam session. I will not say like this is the only question which will come in your exam, but this is the only type of question which can be asked in your exam. This is not the exam question. So next for CKD. So this is again one of the free resources which is available in the GitHub. So if you go with this, then here are some explanation and what are the things that you need to cover while going for a CKD. What are the core concept and all those things. You can go with like I hope moderators are pasting these URLs into the YouTube, so people will get to know the what are the free resources and paid resources with you for preparing any exam. So next thing I would like to add, like this is one of the CKD sessions. Like here are again some kind of stuffs where if I click on some of the tools, like I will come to know like these are the things where I can go ahead and check it out. Like here are some they have maintained like analysis. So about the CLI part, they have already done with the auto completion on CLI. So if I do like kubectl and if you tap on the enter tab, then it will automatically complete your command. So no worry about the writing of the full command into the exam, because you have to be a more hands-on session while you are attempting an exam. So again, this is one of the paid resource I would like to suggest. Is like my opinion, this is best out of like viewers rate or users rating. Like if you check with the Udemy and if you go with the this Mumshad course, like it is around 4.7 rating and more than 35,000 students has been enrolled to this session. This is more interactive. You will get the same kind of Katacoda interactive session you will get, and you are able to do the hands-on session. And there are like multiple lab sessions are there if you go and check it out. Like one is video and followed by the lab session. So we'll get the both the session, and at the end you will get some certification tips, and again you are able to find out the at the end you will get the some mock session where you can practice the time-based exam. Because this is the time-bounded exam, you should have to complete the questions within your time frame. Otherwise, you will lose the mark. Each and every question has some percentage, and that is again depend on how you are comfortable with the hands-on session. So again, about if you are not coming out of this Linux background, you can just go edx.com /courses, and where you can go and check it out. One second, I will show you the introduction of the Linux, where you can you are able to know what are the way. One second, I have enrolled it or not. No, I will show you like. So here, I don't know why it is not showing, but here you can go and check it out. Like, sorry, here it is. Here you can go and do like Linux stuff, and you can check it out like Linux courses and introduction to the Linux. This book you can just go and read it out, like where you will get the basics command, like how to grep anything, or how to means to do what is lscd and pwd. So basics command you need to know while applying you for the CK and CKD stuff. So about this paid resource, again, multiple blogs, you can go and check it out. Like this is one of I feel like it is helpful for the CKD exam perspective, because here you will get the 150 questions depend on the various topics which will come in the exam. So here you can try it out before going the exam. You can just try it out all those steps, and you can just go and try this 150 question. So we'll come to know what are the different scenarios it will come in your exam, and you can just hands on with these things. Then next is 1 second. So about these things, yeah, maybe Docker, Katacoda, GitHub. Yeah. So one more thing which is available in Kubernetes.io. This is the cheat sheet. So this is the cheat sheet. You should go. Now I am enforcing you to go with this and just try out all the commands which is available in the cheat sheet. This will definitely help you in the exam. About the exam point of view, if you are scheduling the exam, your room should be clean and clear. They will check your camera and all those they will check with your overall room and your table also, so that need to be clean. Again, while doing appearing for the exam, you will get the terminal session in your browser, and you are allowed to open one more tab in the exam, and that should be with the Kubernetes IO resources, or maybe GitHub repository which is related to Kubernetes IO. Not you cannot do the Google or anything apart from these things. If you do, the session exam will get over. So you are only allowed to open only one single tab. So these are some cheat sheets. So here, if you go and check it out, if you go with these things, then you are able to find out the more imperative commands where you can go and check it out, like how I can check with the pods and all those things, and how I can check within all the namespaces. So you should go with these imperative commands. The next things, next GitHub repo is, again, it's a cheat sheet which you can go and check it out, like the same where you can go in a Kubernetes.io. Same kind of stuff you can find it out over here. So these are some open source tools. Like again, if you, yeah. So again, I would like to before going the exam, I would like to check one more repository. Like this is from one of my friend, like his name is Arush Shalil, and he definitely have done with a lot of good stuff. Like if you can spin up actual same kind of environment which is available in the exam itself. Okay. Which is available in the if you go with the exam, the same kind of environment you can spin up it on your local system. You just need to git clone of this repository, and you can just start with your environment. This is like this is not like a updated one, but there is no much more difference in the while going for means current is 1.18, and it is not like you are trying with the 1.14, it will get failed. It is not like that. There are some differences, but definitely not more than that. Then we'll check with the CK exam. So if you want to go with the CK exam, then here are some resources. Okay, I'll try to finish up this fast, which I can. So same, if you check with this CKD exam, same Mumshad has already done with the CK course also. It is not opening. Just give me a time. Give me a second. It is not opening. So here are some resources, like 1 second, it is not open. Yeah. So this is a Walid Shari blogs where you can try it out like for CK, and if you just go and check it out, like you will get the cluster and you can start practicing yourself. Uh, about this CK course, which this is the paid one, so you can just try it out. And this is like if you go with the Udemy, it's more than 44K people are enrolled for these things. And here also same like CKD, you will get the same things in CK also. About this URL, one second. The Kubernetes the hard way. Just a second. It is not opening. I need to check. Definitely. Kubernetes the hard way. Here, this repository you have to try it out. Here you can just check it out. Like there are a lot of things in Kubernetes the hard way where you will you can. It's not like you are using kubeadm and construct your master and worker node. Here you can like download all the resources from the Google. From their respective GitHub repository, and you can start installing those binaries into your machine. And one second, browser got crashed. Shit. One second, I'm stops my sharing.
So Apu, looks like there is some network issue from your side, isn't it? By the time I see there are a few questions that have been asked on the group YouTube chat, and I think most of them are answered by Sagar, Vikas, Suman, Hari. Thanks a lot, guys, for pitching in. So yeah, I think let's move to the Kahoot. Our quiz app is back on track. So yeah, so the new game pin is 6767063. Apurva, do check out YouTube chats if you want to answer a few more questions. If any questions are pending, I feel almost all questions are answered. But again, do give a quick check on YouTube live chat. Okay. So guys, come on, let's join this quiz and let's play this one more game, quiz game. The new game pin is 6767063. The game pin is already shared on live chat. By Rajkumar Yadav, you can use that. Yeah, great. I think we have no players. I think that issue is fixed. We have 10 players as of now, and I'm hoping we'll add a few more. So let's wait. So again, guys, do participate, do answer. There are a lot of goodies to be won and college swags to be taking home. So as of now, there are 21 players. And as I see, there are a few names like HBB. Make sure you put in proper name. players. Wait for a couple of more seconds. See if we can get more players and then we'll start. For those who are not able to use the app, try to use the web browser. As I see from the chats, people are not able to join properly on the app, but it's working on the web browser. So try to use web browser. And again, this time I'll be reading out the question and the options so that just in case there is a bit of lag in the video, at least you'll be able to hear the questions. And that shouldn't be an issue, right? So let's wait if we can make, among us, let's make it to 50 players and then we'll kick off. Okay, it's 46, more 4 to go. Sangam, I think we can start. Yeah, that goes the first question. What is the current stable API version? What is the current stable API version? There you have. We have 6 winners, and let's see. Guys, please, again, a request, please put your proper name. We won't be able to understand. And yeah, that's would happen if you are not putting correct name. The moderator will remove you and you will lose your points. Okay, so as of now, the Pratik Kumar has gotten the lead. And let's move to the next question. How many questions come in the CKA exam? I think Sangam, we need to wait. As I see, by the time the YouTube shares your screen, it's already timed out. So just now I'm able to see the question about CK exams. What is the passing score required for CKD? So we have the winner list over here. Let me change the presenter. So yeah, moving on to our next speaker, Vikas Kumar. He's a senior cloud consultant and works as a contractor in various IT organizations throughout Sydney. After completing BTech in Comp Science, he worked as a Unix system administrator for 7 years before moving to cloud infrastructure automation. Vikas has demonstrated proficiency in all core IT infrastructure tasks, including architecting, POCs, and documenting standard operating procedures.